Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Rose here. Today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's newest vlog that she did with Sala. So I stand corrected. I said that Sala would never show his face, and I was wrong. He showed his face in a vlog that Foodie Beauty did with Sala, although the energy between them was not that energy you would find with a newly married couple. So Foodie Beauty, she posted a community post showing her hand and Sala's hand, each in front of each other with the ring, saying that they were married. But watching this vlog, I did not get a sense of two people who were in love and married. And anybody who's been watching Foodie, that's no surprise because we're talking about two people that barely know each other. This is her first time meeting him, and she jumps from barely knowing this dude to being married to him and expecting to be a tremendous amount of love and romance. No, that just doesn't happen. But with this vlog, a lot of people are saying it's boring because there's not a lot to see. I disagree. I absolutely disagree, and I'll tell you why. Because when it comes to someone like Foodie Beauty, you don't just pay attention to what you see. You pay attention to what you don't see. You catch all the details. Sometimes there's more to be revealed in what you don't see than what you are being shown. So let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see and hear everything because I got a lot of stuff to show you today. So there's Miss Foodie. Okay, that's the vlog. Before we get into the vlog, let's look at a few other things that I've gathered up. Okay, this is from Alex is Shook. Actually, it's Holly Go Heavy, but the clip is Alex is Shook. I want to give credit to Holly Go Heavy. So Pete did a video as well. He did like a live stream as well. And people were asking about the cats and the cat food and his food because Foodie said that she provided like 3 months worth of food before she left. My honest opinion is she didn't leave 3 months worth of food. My opinion is I don't think Foodie is going to be over in Kuwait for 3 whole months. I don't think she's going to be over there that long. I think she's going to come home a lot sooner. And she's just simply telling people that she's going to be there for 3 months just to throw everybody off track for when she actually does come home. There's no way financially that she has the money to stay over in Kuwait for 3 months because she's barely posting videos on YouTube. The bulk of her money comes from YouTube. As a matter of fact, 100% of the money that she makes comes from YouTube. So if she's barely live streaming, if she's not getting super chats, if she's not getting membership signups, if she's barely getting any Google AdSense money for the videos, how is she able to afford staying over there for 3 whole months? That's very, very expensive. And the place that she's staying at is in a hotel, and hotels are not cheap. But this video from Holly Go Heavy is showing Alex is Shook, and Pete showed the cat food. And here's the shocker. It doesn't look like it's cat food. It looks like it's dog food. Those are really huge cans, but this is the comments that Alex had on the food.
We got covered. Chicken stew.
Yeah, so that's the infamous chicken stew that Foodie is always feeding the cats. I mean, you know what? I'm really glad that it's food. And as far as food, when it comes to pets, it's always better to have too much than not enough. So I'm glad that it looks like there's enough food for now. But those are really huge cans, and the label on the box says dog food. I really hope it's not dog food because that might be a bit unsafe to feed a cat. I mean, everybody knows you can't feed cats dog food. Like, it's just bad for them. So yeah, here we go.
Oh, that is cat food. I think we're pretty good for cat.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that it's cat food. I was nervous. I'm like, is she feeding the cats dog food? Is that what she's doing? Okay, you guys like the cute animal clips. This is not really like a live clip, but I just thought this was cool. This is from Jonathan Slater. Somebody made a shrubbery look like a gigantic cat just napping. I thought that was awesome. Okay, this is from Hippie Co. And I agree with this picture, and that's why I'm including this. Hippico says they got married, I was included. They moved, I was included. They had children, I was included. I am not disposable. I am family. Absolutely true. If you take on any pet, they become like a family member. Pay attention, foodie. You do not dispose of your pets once you meet a dude. You just don't do it. You don't leave them behind. Once you take on a pet, they are yours forever until they either pass away from natural causes or you give them to somebody else. But you don't just throw them away like garbage. Put this to memory, foodie. Put it to memory. They're not disposable. Okay, this is from Miss Floopa Booty. This is actually a spoof. I thought this was cute. Oh, look, she sends Pete a postcard. That's so thoughtful. Pete, I'm married. Can you believe it? We haven't starfished yet. Salad says he hasn't had a headache for the last 5 days. So I'll be back whenever. Take care of everything at the villa. P.S. Has Natter called? P.S.S. Can you send some Vagisil? Foodie is supposed to be sending out postcards. Doesn't she have a postcard club still up? Shouldn't she be buying postcards for people over in Kuwait to send to people in her postcard club? But this is what her postcard to Pete's would look like. Okay, this is from Hidden Truths. Foodie Beauty buys subscribers after deleting over 1 million views. The green is showing she's buying views and subs. Okay, so you can see all these green marks. Foodie, are you buying subs? Listen, I don't even know why you are. I don't know why you're buying subs. You're at like 90K subs. What do you need to buy subs for? You got enough. And considering how you're not live streaming anymore like you used to, why buy subs right now? It just makes no sense. Another one from Hidden Truth saying, Foodie Beauty, why hasn't she posted pictures of Kuwait on her Instagram? No pictures of both Salah and her now that they're married. She didn't even call him her husband in the video or him saying his wife. They were very distant, no holding hands, forced smiles. Guys, I'm going to give you my thoughts on this whole situation. So I watched the vlog, and here are my thoughts. And I'm just going to be dead honest about this. I honestly feel that Foodie Beauty is over there living out a marriage fantasy with Salah, that he's just role playing. The vibes I get from this dude is escort vibes, straight up escort. Like seriously, this guy, he's fairly good looking, he's in shape, he knows how to speak different languages, he's a smooth talker. This is the kind of guy that could walk into a penthouse party and no one would question him. He would not look nor sound out of place. They would just think he was another guest. Foodie, not so much. But why would someone like Salah be interested or involved with someone like Foodie unless there was a reason? And I think the reason is money. Okay, I'm not being rude saying that. I'm not saying in shape guys, they can't be interested in overweight women. They certainly can. But Foodie Beauty, she has no manners. She's gross. She's vulgar. She's got a reputation. She is everything that a man would not want, especially as a wife. So why would he be interested in her, especially the fact that they've never met each other? This is the first time meeting and he's going to marry her right off the bat. There's something stinks with that. Something stinks bad. And the body language in the video, which you guys are going to see, the entire time he's keeping his distance from Foodie. He's staying away from her. There's no affection, nothing. And where he ends up taking her in the video, it's a faraway location. Kuwait's a big place. He doesn't go out in public with her. If you just got married, that's your wife. Why not take her to a public place? Why not take her to a restaurant? Why not take her to somewhere where other people can see the two of you? Unless the whole marriage thing is not real. It's just role playing. I think this whole thing is role playing. I think he might be just a tour guide, an escort or something, and he's just like going along with the joke and getting paid very well for it. That's what I think. That's the vibe I got from it. He's not interested in her. He's not into her at all. It's just them role playing. I think Foodie, the word that comes to mind is marriage tourist. Like she wants to know what it's like to get married. And she knows that no one will ever marry her. So she's just like, I wonder what it's like to be married. Let me just pretend to be married for a short period to kind of get the experience. Foodie, real marriage is a whole different experience. Okay, with someone that you know and that you love and you have a connection with. You don't have a connection to this dude. You just saw that he was a good looking guy. You know, he is your fantasy. He's a good looking Arabic gentleman that's fluent in different languages. He is way out of your league. You know this. And that's probably why you had to pay him a bunch of money just to hang out with you in Kuwait. And if he's down with it, he's down with it. He's down for the money. But you know you paid him, girl. We know you did. We know you did. Okay, Gary Unfiltered says, I'm curious if this is a tour guide business transaction. I see a lot of sightseeing in your video. Makes plenty of sense for different languages. You've always mentioned 3 months Foodie. Is this why? So Foodie, Gary posted the picture of Salah. How to get to Kuwait. Entry requirements. Nationals from the European Union, Canada, Australia, Vietnam, the UK, and the US, among others, can obtain a 3 month visa upon arrival for a fee of approximately $10. So that's not a lot of money, but did you like get the visa saying that you're just going to take the tour and that's why you guys are doing these videos? And I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so this is from Shenanigans. And this is from Pizza's live stream. Let's see here. People were asking him, I guess, about the marriage with Chantal.
Oh, for now. Oh. Nola, please start saving money. I'm afraid she's going to kick you out of the marriage. Thank you very much for the super chat, Nola. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Might be something where I'll need to get a place of my own sooner rather than later, but we'll see. Not the worst thing in the world if I do have to get a place of my own.
You know, I got so many thoughts. I got so many thoughts about Pete's. I'm of two minds right now. The first mind says that Pete knows that Foodie Beauty is coming home, that this whole marriage thing is a sham. It's just a fantasy she's living out, and she's coming back and things are going to stay the same. And that's why he's so calm, or he's in a state of denial. But you know what, Pete? Even if this whole marriage thing is a sham, even if it is just a fantasy that Foodie has that she's living out, you should be waking up, bro. Wake all the way up, because she is sending a message to you. She's sending a message. She's been sending a message for a while. She sent it when she was with Natter. And the message is that she wants to be with a guy. She wants to be in a relationship. She wants to be perhaps married or living with another guy. That is not you. You are her ex. You're her friend. Although Chantal really doesn't have friends, does she? She has people that she keeps around for whatever purpose she wants them to serve. And certainly you fall into that role. You just were involved at one time long ago, but that was long ago. The two of you ended. She used you within an inch of your life, and she's been using you. And now that you have nothing that she can take from you, that nothing of use to her, she's basically wanting you to go. She wants you to go, Pete. She wants you out of her life like that. She wants the door open to be with other guys, and you're kind of in the way. Granted, the villa is in your name, so your name is on the lease, not hers, so she can't kick you out of the home for that reason, but she pays the bills and she pays the rent, not you. So even if she moved all of her stuff out and she left, you wouldn't be able to stay there for long unless you came up with a way to pay all of the rent. Otherwise, you'd have to move someplace else. But Chantal is not that person that she's going to sit down with you and say, look, bro, look, you're my ex. You're also my friend. And I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be out of pocket with you, but we're just friends. And I can't take care of you forever. So you need to make an exit plan. You need to find other means for yourself, on another place to go, because soon I'm going to be moving on. At some time or another, I'm going to be moving on. I'm looking for other people right now. So please just start making an exit plan for yourself. And as a friend, I'm telling you this now so I don't leave you in a bad way. She's not that person that would have that straight heart to heart conversation with you, Pete. But you're being kind of ridiculous because you're almost 40 years old and you honestly expect this woman to take care of you for life, that she's always going to be there? Are you counting on the fact that she is vulgar and obscene and irresponsible and no man would really want her? Are you kind of counting on that to kind of secure your place with her? Because that's not really a secure place. You need to make your own way. Honestly, I think the smartest thing you could do is to sit down at your computer and burn it all to the ground. Make a whole bunch of tea videos, one after the other, and post them to your channel. I know you get tired of lying for her. Just sit down at your computer and make a bunch, 17 years worth of tea. You'd make so much money. Everybody would watch those videos. Just expose all the lies, burn it all down. She once left you in debt. She left you in a bad way. Get some of that back by making a bunch of tea videos. Because when she moves on, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You need to find your own way. You need to get a job. You need to have your own place. And honestly, I think you having your own place and your own means and your own space would be healthier for you. I don't think it's healthy for you and Chantal to live together. I think you back each other up in the worst ways. You're both too codependent on each other. You need to get away from that. You need to cut the cord. And she's sending a message right now that she's interested in other men. She wants a relationship, not with you. And you have to know that if she gets involved with another man, that other man is not going to like her living with you. It doesn't matter how long the two of you have known each other. It's just going to be a weird situation. So why make it painful? Just do what you need to do to take care of yourself, because she's sending a message right now. I'm done with you. I'm moving on. I want to move on. So please just see the message, see the road sign, and act accordingly. So what else we got here on Twitter? Okay, so that's Sala again. This is from Hidden Truth saying, Foodie Beauty, is this his ring? I know men don't traditionally wear rings like women do, but that doesn't look like a wedding band. You know what I found weird? Watching the video, his ring and her ring did not match. Now, I know that might be personal taste or preference, but when you see the rings, Sala's ring is much more understated, whereas Foodie's ring is just big and gaudy. It's such a pick-me, look-at-me ring. And it doesn't even fit her finger correctly. It's like 3 sizes too small. It's like she or he or somebody bought the ring, it was too small, and she had to literally force it on her finger. It doesn't look comfortable. Okay, I love Pulpy. I love Pulpy. I love what you. This is Pulpy's thoughts.
They ain't fucking. You don't say anything right.
I'm with Pulpy. They ain't having sex. They're not having sex. They're not. You know they're not. Uh-uh. No. Okay, a few more clips and then we'll get into the other stuff, okay? This is from Fork Sniffers. Hey, Pete, what do you think of Chantal's marriage?
About the marriage? Yeah. I think the marriage is rushed, but it's not my choice. It's not my none of my business. She is Dolly. She's just. This is a cat who doesn't.
The marriage is rushed and it makes no sense. I think, like I've said this before in another react. I think that the marriage, like this whole marriage sham, fantasy, role play, whatever you want to call it, it's dual purpose. It's her uh pretending to be married to have something to talk about on her channel because she says she needs content. She needs content. So she's got to bring in new players. She's got to bring in new arcs. She's got to, like do something for diversion and attention. And I think Solid is it. But there's also the purpose of this is her trying to tell Pete, look, you need to move on. You need to find other means. Don't look at me as your only source of income and to take care of you forever. I'm done with you. She's sending a message to Pete. And he's just not paying attention because he's like Chantal in the sense that Chantal, she's so hard-headed that she's one of those people that she's not going to learn a lesson until she's hit completely hard with it. Pete's, despite the fact that there's red flags all over the place about what's going on, and people keep warning him, he's not listening, he's not listening. He just trusts so completely in Chantal that it's going to take her coming home and saying, you can't be here, or I can't live with you. We got to figure something out. I'm going to move into another place. You got to move into another place. It's going to take that conversation for him to finally get it that the free ride is over. It's completely over. Okay, this is also from Spork Snippers. Okay, so Twitter only gives me 10 minutes for a video, so we're going to have to do a thread. Okay. Remember, analysis works for understanding a person's frame of mind at the moment. Whenever we see the two of them together, he shifts his position in what's called the ventral denial. And yeah, see the pictures? He's not facing towards Foodie. He's facing away. It's like he's basically shielding her from his personal space. You see that? He's leaning away from her. He's standing at a distance. He's keeping his own space. Now, if you're married or you're in a relationship, you're very comfortable with the person and you want them in your space. You want to be close to them. Look at what he's doing with Foodie. He's literally turning his body away, like giving her the shoulder. His space is in front of him and she's nowhere in it. Nowhere in it. Like this is such body language saying, I'm not into her. I am not with her. I don't even want to be near her. Let's see. Oh no. Also from Fork Sniffers. So I guess this is another version of the long road. We got the long road again. We got the long road again. Okay, so this is the picture from her saying it's official. King and Queen Beezer are married. Y'all, look at the picture of the ring on her finger. Ladies, gentlemen out there that wear rings, y'all know that looks painful, right? Look at that picture. That ring is too small for her fingers. It's going to cut off her circulation. That's stupid. Take it off, Foodie. Okay. This is from Perfectly Imperfect, and I'm going to leave a link for her video in the description. And please go over there and give her a like, a thumbs up, give her a comment, please. But a lot of people have been saying that Foodie Beauty, this is all for citizenship. But Foodie cannot sponsor Sala. If she's trying to sponsor Sala, she can't sponsor him due to her bankruptcy. Okay. What else we got here? And Foodie's supposed to be over there with Sala, spending time with Sala, right? Like that, over there with the husband, spending time with the husband. But I guess she's got plenty of time to watch videos because Perfectly Imperfect, just posted her video, and here's Foodie already like an hour ago saying, "Hi, I see some hamsters are posting my past financial business online, probably trying to get me to react, and I will, by saying, please keep trying because, again, I am not ashamed of my past. My husband and I are fully aware of one other's situations. One's past isn't important. These issues, financial, weight, bad attitude, etc., and whatever else you are trying to bring me down with is simply not going to work. Why? Because again, my past is only there now for me to rectify. All these problems listed can and will be fixed. See you in my next video." So this is her response to Perfectly Imperfect's video. And it's we weren't trying to shame you with your past bankruptcy, Foodie. We were just pointing out, or actually Perfectly Imperfect, I should say, was pointing out that if the plan is to sponsor Sala, it's not going to work if you've got an active bankruptcy. And if people got a bankruptcy, it's okay. I mean, it happens, especially with the vid. I'm sure a lot of people went into bankruptcy. It's just, a temporary financial situation that you just could not fix in time. So that's there's nothing shameful about that. What Perfectly Imperfect was pointing out was, if your plan was to sponsor Sala, and if you've got an active bankruptcy, that's going to kind of get in the way. But let's go over here to, oops, the video from Perfectly Imperfect.
So I wanted to jump on here and do a video on Foodie, Beauty, and Sala. Now, over the weekend, we did learn that Foodie, Beauty, and Sala did get married. We saw the wedding rings. We finally were able to meet Sala. We were able to hear.
I hate to interrupt you, Perfectly Imperfect. I'm so sorry, ma'am. But you know what? You know what we haven't seen with Foodie and Sala? They're supposed to be married, right? That's the deal. They're married so they can be together in public and it's not a bad thing. You know what we haven't seen, y'all? Where are the family and friends? Where are they? If you marry someone and they are your husband or your wife, why aren't you bringing them around family and friends? Because if you have a husband or a wife, then you bring them into your inner circle, meaning your family and close friends. The two videos that have been posted to her channel, there's no family or friends present. And he's not bringing her out anywhere in public where they can be seen together. Hence why I think the whole thing is a sham. Uh, Also, this is just something that came in my mind. If that's his wife, right? That Foodie's the wife. Why is she staying in a hotel? Why isn't he bringing her home to stay with him? Wouldn't you want to bring your wife home to live with you or to stay with you? I would think so. Why is she staying in a hotel? That makes no sense to me. I can understand if the hotel was like for a special occasion or a honeymoon, but if you are newly married, knowing that your wife is from abroad, why would she have to stay at a hotel where it's expensive? Why couldn't she stay with you if the two of you are married? That's just my thoughts.
His voice, see his face, and we were able to see a couple minutes of interaction between the two. And now that we have met Sala, and we know he's real, there's been a lot of speculation as to why Sala and Chantal got married so quickly. You know, they met on Tinder about a month ago. Chantal bought a plane ticket as soon as she could, traveled halfway across the world, and quickly married him. You know, basically married a stranger that she doesn't really know that well. And a lot of people are speculating as to why. Why the sudden rush? Why would both of them do this? And one thing that keeps coming up is that this was done for immigration into Canada, a green card, something like that. Now,
I still stand. I don't know if it's for citizenship. I think, once again, that Chantal, she wants to be married. For whatever reason, she is just feverish about being married, to have somebody claim her. So if she can't have it for real, she's playing out some sort of role playing marriage fantasy. She's a marriage tourist. Like, oh, let me just take the quick tour of what it's like to be married. Let me just put on the rings and have this really hot guy by my side for a short while, and I kind of get the marriage experience. Well, you can be a tourist all you want, but marriage is a whole different deal, Chantal. You'll never know what it's like to have the real thing. The real thing is a whole different ball game with popcorn included.
Foodie Beauty herself has even admitted during some live streams that they are planning to come back to Canada. Now, she claims that Salah doesn't need her for citizenship or for immigration because he has relatives there, but look, Foodie Beauty lies. She does not tell the truth,
Nope.
especially when it comes to men. So, a lot of us don't believe that. So, let's look into why she possibly can't sponsor Salah. Now, part of Canada's laws about sponsoring somebody is that you are agreeing to be financially responsible for them for 3 years. And as a result, you have to be able to show or prove that you are capable of financially supporting another person. Part of that includes not having any bankruptcies on file. This knowledge is common knowledge. In fact, if you go and Google it, you will find lots of information on this. There's law offices that talk about it. It's well known that in Canada, you cannot sponsor somebody if you have bankruptcies on file. Now, before I show my next part of the video, I do want to make it clear that bankruptcies are public knowledge in Canada, just like the United States. So what I'm about to show is allowed to be shown because it is public knowledge. I have a source who came to me with receipts of Chantal's bankruptcy records. Now, in Canada,
Can I just say this before we get started with that? Even if there were no bankruptcy, even if Chantal does not have an active bankruptcy on her record, her sole source of income is YouTube. And if she's going to be in Kuwait for 3 months, uh, that's going to affect her income with YouTube. Because, like I said, she's not doing constant live streams like she normally does. And she's not getting the membership signups like she normally does. She's missing out on a lot of money by being over in Kuwait and not being able to live stream. And all she's providing us with are very short videos, which, because the videos are so short, there's only limited Google AdSense money coming from those. So the longer she stays in Kuwait, the more money she's missing out on. So when she comes back to Canada, whenever that is, she's not going to have much income. So if she's planning on having Sala over here at some point, like, her income is going to be affected for quite a while.
You pay an $8 fee and you're given access to any bankruptcy records on file for that person. And I have the receipts here I'm going to show you. I did edit out the address on both of these just for privacy concerns. I didn't want to put her addresses on there. So she's got two bankruptcies. The first bankruptcy she has been discharged, which means that will not be used against her for sponsoring Salah. However, she also has a second bankruptcy. Now, your first bankruptcy will be discharged much quicker than your second one, but if you have more than one, it becomes harder to discharge them. So her second bankruptcy has yet to be discharged. It is still open, which means it can and will be used against her for her sponsoring Salah. Now, my source did call the courthouse in Canada, and they actually verified with somebody there that this bankruptcy, the second bankruptcy is in fact, has not been discharged and still is open. And I'm going to let you listen to the clip of my source calling and verifying that this second bankruptcy is still open.
I finally got this file here. Can you give me your name?
I just anonymous. I just paid for the information. I'm doing a documentary on someone.
Okay. Well, in that case, can you
My
clarify
name is.
what is your question exactly?
Oh no, I was just curious as to why it has no status. There was another one for that same person, and it says there was an automatic discharge. But this second one, it just doesn't have any status. It doesn't show a discharge.
That would simply mean that the proceedings are not finished.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check. That's pretty much. I just.
Yeah, I'll do. No problem.
So
Yeah, have a great day.
it's still in process. It's not closed.
here, this proceeding is not complete, so there would not be anything showing about the status of completion. Whether it is a conditional discharge or an automatic one doesn't matter. In that case, it could not be there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't actually closed, by the court, like dismissed or
Oh,
something.
no.
Okay, so so Chantal doesn't just have one bankruptcy on her record; she's got two, and so she's wanting maybe to sponsor somebody. Yeah, Chantal, not good, not good. So that is the video from Perfectly Imperfect. Again, I'm going to leave a link for the description for the video in the description. So please check out Perfectly Imperfect. She's got really great videos. It's a really great channel. So what else do we got here? So let's go on to the actual vlog. And like I said, let's pay attention to not just what you see, but notice what you don't see. That should be there, because that's what I did. And there's a lot here. So let's get on with this vlog from King and Queen Beezer.
To head onto the Sheikh Jabbar Bridge, which is 48.5 kilometers long, right in the middle of the ocean. It will connect us to the north side of Kuwait, and it will take about an hour and a half to traverse. Beautiful, calming scenery. Let's go. Also, here's the surprise you've been waiting for.
Hello guys, how are you? Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? Ciao, come va? Hallo, wie geht's? Salut, ça va? مرحبا, أهلا وسهلا, كيفكم? تمام? Hello Beezers, how are you doing? I hope you will enjoy our video today with a nice view. So get ready, yalla!
But first, some juice. We picked up some refreshments. We have a Red Bull with strawberry flavor, and my favorite, lemon mint.
One thing you'll notice about this video that Foodie did, remember, it's all about what you don't see and you don't hear. So they just got married. But in nowhere in the video do you hear them say, this is my wife or this is my husband, and we just got married. Isn't that weird? They just got married and they're not proclaiming it. They're acting more like acquaintances rather than husband and wife.
Yummy.
Oh, no. We're not doing this bad music. No, thank you. I don't want to get copyright struck. So so they're on this long bridge. Again, Kuwait it's a big, beautiful place, I'm sure. There's lots to see. And where are they going? They're on this long, long bridge. And the vibe that I got from this video was he was taking her far away from civilization as much as possible because he doesn't want to be seen with her. He's taking these far out of the way places for what? I mean, that's your wife. Take her out in public and show her off, right? But he's taking her to places where essentially she's not going to be seen. The whole vibe that I got from this video is he doesn't want to be seen with her. So take her far away from everybody else. Okay, so let's get past all this. Oops. So is
Oh my god.
more bad music. Okay. So
I miss you guys, Beezers.
it just seems like Salah is more like, I'm in the camera. Let me just do a thumbs up. He's all about getting his camera time in, but he's being smooth with it. He's being real smooth. Like I said, this guy, the vibe I get from him is total player, escort, guide, whatever you want to call it. Like he's there for the money reasons. This is not a relationship. This is not a real relationship. This is, maybe he's role playing. Maybe there was a deal struck where there was role playing and he's just playing out a role for whatever money from her. Foodie does have a history of paying men for companionship, does she not? Yes, she does. I mean, that's what she did with Natter. She paid him for companionship. And y'all remember what she said. She said, all he has to do is fake love me and I will give him the world. So this guy, Salah, she basically maybe went to him and said, look, you just role play being my mock husband, and then I'll pay you. And he was on board with it. Okay, I've heard that the music in these videos is somewhat copyrighted, so I'm trying to be careful. Dang it. All right. Like, look, Kuwait is such a beautiful place. Why are we girl, look where they are.
Walk bees. Yalla.
Yalla, Beezer, let's go.
Of all the places to take her, he takes her out in the middle of nowhere.
There's a punch buggies for rent here.
Nice to go around driving around the desert.
Yeah.
It's a rougher terrain than I thought, driving through sand.
Camping, making a barbecue, using a punch buggy, having
Oh,
fun here, yeah.
yeah, they're like four-wheeler kind of.
Because you know the winter starts now.
Yeah. Oh, you can drive those in the desert?
You know, I remember Foodie showing us outside the window when she arrived in Kuwait, like the big city, the lights. It looked absolutely beautiful. So why in the hell are we here? Why are we in the middle of the desert just looking at power lines when there's all that big, beautiful city to look at? Why? Unless he doesn't want to be seen with her. I mean, the whole video is just, the vibe is, I don't want to be seen with her. I'm staying away from everybody else so that very few people actually see us together.
Wow. So, I mean, we're just gonna desert bees a bit, I guess.
Desert bees.
We're in the desert and we're beesing.
Maybe camping bees.
Camping bees.
You have to wonder what he's thinking when she's talking about beesing. Because what other person with Chantal wouldn't look at that person when they talk about bees and go, what the hell are you talking about? What is this word bees and why are you even using it? How old are you? I mean, her using the term bees is just ridiculous anyway. How old are you, Chantal? You're almost 40 and you're talking about beesing to another person and thinking that's okay?
Soon. Don't worry.
Soon, yeah. It's really peaceful out here.
So quiet. Fantastic, romantic. You said bombastic.
Salad, you're King Beezer.
And you are the queen, Beezer.
He's purposely driving around the middle of nowhere. There's nothing there. There's nothing. This isn't like sightseeing. Like, what are you doing?
Well, we have to drive slowly because you know there's no street here.
Is this like a camping tent where people camp? This little tent?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Also,
Stop. Oh, cool. So it's a little camping tent. Nice. Never in my life I imagined I would ever be in the.
And she does a lot of this. When Chantal has her nails going, remember how she'd always put her hands in front of the camera like, look at my nails, look at my nails. And she did that with the tattoo, and she did that with the ear piercing. The ring has now replaced the nails and the tattoo. You know, she's always putting her hand up to the camera like, look, I got a ring. Look, I'm married. Okay, Chantal, we get it. You got a ring on your finger. It doesn't mean the marriage is real. It's certainly not real because you don't know this person and they don't know you. And from the looks of it, he's not into you. But got to show off that ring. Got to get your money's worth with that ring. We all know you bought it. I'm pretty sure you bought it. I don't think he bought it for you because the ring is completely incorrectly sized. I mean, it's cutting off your circulation, girl.
Arabian desert. And it's so
Quiet.
quiet.
I can't hear your breathing very well.
Oh, well, that's in any environment, but
He just roasted her. Did y'all hear that? She just said, it's so quiet. And he said, I can't hear because of your breathing. He just roasted her on camera. So they just got married. What husband who loves his wife would say something like that on camera and for everybody to see? He just roasted her, talking about her breathing. And she's so stupid she didn't pick up on it. Or if she did, she didn't care. Because all she's thinking is, he's so hot. He's so hot. I'm with a hot guy in Kuwait. I'm living my fantasy. Well, you know what? It's a fantasy. But it's not your reality. And it's not a reality you're going to hang on to for very long because you're paying for it. And how much money you got to keep him around. Seriously, you don't have that much. Maybe you lied to him and told him you got more money than you got. And he's just entertaining you anyway. But you're just a marriage tourist. You know, you want to pretend to be married. But it doesn't mean you're really married. You may have put on a ring, Chantal, but there's no proof of a ceremony. We don't see you around his family and friends. You're in the middle of the desert. The vibe is he doesn't want to be seen with you. He took you out in the middle of nowhere when there's lots to see, I'm sure, in Kuwait, lots of places to go, and he chose there to take you to. He's not into you, girl. He's so not into you.
wow. Seriously, the silence. If anything to come out here for, the silence, the beautiful nature. Yeah. You're so tall.
Look at him. Look at their body language. She's all up in the camera. He's staying all the way back, away from her. He's like, what, 2 or 3 feet away? Now, if you were just married, you want to be close to your wife. Do you not? You want to be close to them. He's nowhere close to her. The body language is he doesn't want to be near her at all.
Oh my gosh.
Look.
It's 190 centimeters only.
I mean, he's shifting back and forth. He's walking back and forth like he's not completely comfortable with her. There's no synergy. There's no nothing. He's just like, whatever. I was paid to do this.
All right.
Okay, we're looking at power lines, Chantal. Really? Move it along.
It's actually not hot at all. Like I said, maybe 22. Nice little breeze. Nothing but quiet and sand. Very peaceful.
So you drove across that long bridge just to see the desert and a bunch of power lines. If this guy is a tour guide, I'll get my money back. What exactly is he showing you? He's showing you power lines.
So we're just gonna walk a little bit, enjoy the nature.
Wait, I just had a thought. I remember Chantal would drive out of her way to go take her walks. She would go to that. Remember, she went to that park, and she would go out of her way to drive to that park just to be at a park, and she would make sure that nobody else was there while she was walking. So if she's with her husband now, if she's married, like, why be ashamed, right? You're with your husband. Walk with your husband. But he literally drove her in the middle of nowhere just to take a walk. So I guess you're not as confident as you claim to be, are you, Foodie? Because you're still going in the middle of nowhere just to take your walks.
Look at this. Been walking a lot since I got here.
I doubt that.
Like I said, I'm going to be doing a video talking all about a lot of things, but just give me time. I'm adjusting to this new life and everything, so I appreciate your patience. I do miss you guys. It started to rain, so we're gonna hightail out of here. Of course, the one day I go to the desert, it rains.
girl, I live in Washington. That ain't rain. We've had days of rain today, this week. That does not, what is that? That's basically a sprinkle. That's not rain.
It's raining
No,
in
it
the
ain't.
desert,
That ain't rain.
which isn't supposed to happen very often, right?
Yeah. We are very lucky.
We are very lucky. Yeah. If we wanted to go to Bubbian Island, it would be that.
Something else I'm noticing, just y'all notice the awkward silences? Like they're husband and wife, right? They just got married. I saw more chemistry between her and SJM during that one stream they did together than I do between her and Sala. There's way too many awkward silences. Like there's just two people that don't know each other, that really don't have a whole lot to say to one another. Like they're barely speaking, and they're supposed to be married.
That way, we'll do it another time, but it's the biggest island in Kuwait, so that'll be nice to see. All right, guys, we're heading back. All right, we're heading back. 47 minutes away.
It's like they should be talking, shouldn't they? I mean, they're husband and wife. Why can't they be talking to each other and talking about the trip and meeting each other and all this stuff? They could be making really interesting conversation for this vlog, but there's so much silence. Like she's just struggling to find something to say just to fill up the time for the video.
Back into the ocean. There's all sand along the highway.
And look where they are now. They're on the side of the road. Again, there's so many things I'm sure to see in Kuwait. He took her out in the middle of the desert, and where are they right now? On the side of a road. Let's just stop here and film more stuff on the side of a road. Oh, more music. Again, you know what? The music's not even important. Focus on what we see. Okay, so they're on the side of a road, and what else is there, Chantal? Show us. She's dying to turn that camera around to see Sala. Go ahead, you know you want to. You want to show Sala off. See, again, body language. Where is she? Look where he is. She's standing far behind him. And look where he's at. He's got his face up in the camera. But look where she's at. She's not even standing beside him. She's standing far away from him, just like he was. He was standing far away from her. Again, this feels more like acquaintances than people who are honestly married. And back on the long road. More power lines. Who cares? Okay, I don't want to miss this part. Oh, a beautiful building. Okay, so Sala went in to actually get Foodie a meal. Again, pay attention to what we don't see. We don't see them going in together. They could have gone in together and sat down and had a meal. But Sala went in by himself to get the meal for Chantal. He did not buy any Burger King. He went in to go and buy himself and then come out to bring her meal. So it's like, that's your wife. Why isn't she going in with you to have a meal? Why aren't you, even if you're not eating, why not go in and sit down and have a meal with her? Unless the relationship is a sham. It's a complete sham. You guys are just play acting. You're role playing, Sala. You're role playing. Dude, maybe you want the audience to know that it's a sham. Maybe you're just on camera for camera time to boost your channel or something. I don't know, but you guys are putting off vibes of just two people that you're not into her. She's into you, but you're not into her. And you're keeping your distance.
Your Burger King, baby.
Oh, shukran,
Enjoy your
honey.
meal.
So,
How embarrassing. She's in Kuwait with an attractive gentleman. They could have gone into a restaurant and had a great meal. I'm sure Kuwait has wonderful food. What did she choose to eat? Burger King. Girl, you can get Burger King in Canada. Why are you eating Burger King in Kuwait when all that great food is there? The cuisine. Try out different cuisines. Your name is Foodie Beauty. Why aren't you trying out different cuisines in different places? Why are you still going for that stupid fast food that you don't need? Come on. And y'all spot this? Miss Coke Zero over here. Nothing wrong with Coke Zero. I'm just saying she likes regular soda, but she's trying to be like the delicate queen. And I'm not going to drink regular Coke in front of him. I'm just going to drink Coke Zero. You know you want that real Coca-Cola, don't you? You know you do. And she chose that little small meal so like Sala wouldn't think she was pigging out on food.
I'm excited to try some Kuwait Burger King.
Why though? What? Why? Why do you want to try Burger King in Kuwait? Why? What? There's so much great cuisine there. Why that?
So, because it's takeout, we have a Coke Zero. Let's get to the food. Ketchup.
So you got a hot guy next to you that you obviously paid for. You paid him to be your companion, and you're going to sit there and eat fast food in front of him. Really?
Inside the bag.
And you're making a big deal of it. Oh, I'm eating Burger King. I have to put this on camera. No, you don't. We've seen you eat Burger King before. He don't need to see it. We don't need to see it. You're going to let this part out.
What is this meal called? A double chicken royal?
Yes.
And their fries in this Kuwait Burger King are curly fries. Are they spicy? Let's try them.
Something that I noticed when he first came out of the Burger King, his car was parked in front of the door. It looks like he moved the car to have her eat the meal. Like he purposely moved the car, I guess, so nobody would see her eat.
Yummy. They're very hot, fresh, and they're like seasoned curly fries. They're so good. Let me try the burger.
Now, you know, if she were at home and Sala were not there, she'd be eating those French fries one after the other without even chewing, because that's the real foodie. This is the dainty foodie in front of a dude, but by herself, she would be tearing up those fries.
So this is a double chicken royal. We don't have this in Canada. It looks like a double chicken patty, mayonnaise, cheese, and lettuce, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna take a bite.
Since when does she eat chicken sandwiches at Burger King? Since when? You know that's not her favorite thing. She tried to pick something slightly healthy to impress Sala. Sala is not impressed. Notice he did not get any food from Burger King Foodie. Pay attention. This guy's in shape. He probably doesn't eat that junk. And he went in and got that for you, but he didn't eat it. Pay attention. Pay attention. You want an in shape guy? In shape people don't pig out on fast food. They just don't.
I've done a lot of walking. I deserve it.
So like, oh, I did a lot of walking, so I'm going to reward myself with fast food. That's just stupid thinking. That's stupid thinking. If you're trying to get in shape, you're trying to get healthy, you don't pig out on fast food. You just don't do it. You don't go, oh, I walked a lot, so let me just reward myself with fast food. No, that's dumb. That defeats the purpose of what you just did.
Beauty bite.
Nah, not quite.
That slaps. That's good.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Okay, again, body language. She's leaning into the camera, and I know the camera is like maybe on the other side. That's why she's doing it. But look at the body language. He's not leaning towards her. She's leaning towards him. She wants him to be closer to him, but he's just like, nah, Now it's okay. He's keeping his personal space. None of this video did we ever see him get close to Foodie. He always stayed far away from her. Body language counts. He's not into her, y'all. He's not into her at all, period. And if he's not into you, Foodie, it doesn't matter how much money you pay him. He's still not going to be into you. He's still not. So that's it for my React video. I'm going to leave a link for Perfectly Imperfect's video in the description for those who want to check it out and check her out, and I do encourage that. Thank you very much for watching, and y'all have a good one. Bye now.